Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. What? What's the matter? You say the cow can't jump over the moon? What? That's not good. I guess we had better make a catapult to help the cow out. Do you want to make a catapult? You do? Okay, excellent. Well, I will show you how to do so today in Engineering Mother Goose. Hi everyone, welcome to Engineering Mother Goose. My name is Darcy. I'm from the Danbury Public Library. And our goose friend here has told me that the cow cannot jump high enough to jump over the moon. So she needs a little bit of help. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. So we're going to make a catapult. Now we're not going to make a big enough one to launch a cow because that's kind of big. So what we're going to make is a prototype catapult. Remember what prototype meant? Yep, that's right. It is something we use to test before we make something big. It's what engineers do. So to make our prototype catapult, we need 12 craft sticks, these ones right here. We're going to need some rubber bands. Now you can use any kind of rubber band you like. I just happen to have these because our mail carrier keeps using these and I have a ton of them around the house. You're also going to want a spoon. I'm going to use a regular spoon here because I don't have any plastic spoons. But if you have plastic spoons, you can use those. But I'm going to use this and I can take it apart later and use my spoon again. And we're also going to need something that's going to represent our cow. And I'm going to use a cotton ball for testing. Because we want something that's soft so that if we launch it and it pops someone in the face, it's not going to hurt them. So you can use a ball, a cotton ball, a ping pong ball, a nice puffy ball, just something that's, or a Nerf ball, that'd be really good too, but something that's soft, so if it hits somebody, it's not going to hurt them, okay? Okay. So, I'm going to try and move you down here so you can see what I'm doing. So, we have 12 craft sticks right in a bundle. Well, we're going to take 2 of these and we're going to set them aside. And the rest of our remaining sticks, which is 10, we're going to take our rubber band and we're going to loop it around like that. Nice and tight. So we've got them held together on one side by the rubber band. Now we're going to take one of our remaining craft sticks and we're going to slip it in between the bottom here. Right in there like that. And now that we've got it in there, we're going to take our other rubber band and we're going to loop around again on this side. Okay. So now we have something that looks like this. Now we have one more craft stick left, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to attach these 2 together on one end with another rubber band. Okay. Oh, I think we can do one more loop with that one. There we go. So nice and tight. So now we have something that kind of looks like this, right? There we go. And now we're going to attach our spoon to this top one here. We'll lay our spoon down on here. And I'm going to keep winding it. And this is going to be a little difficult because that spoon's kind of big. But we're just going to keep winding it around, winding it around. All right. That's pretty good. All right. So now we've got something that looks kind of like this, and I have a spare rubber band. That's always good. So there we go. That's our prototype catapults. And when we push down, it should fling something up. So let's see what happens if we put our cow on here. Oh, it kind of went a little bit, but it didn't go very far, did it? Now I think there's a couple things we can do with our catapult to make it work a little bit better. And to start, we're going to move this part here, which is the fulcrum. We're going to move it in a little bit more. There we go, like that. And I'm going to add another rubber band down here to kind of help support the spoon a bit more, because metal spoons are heavier than plastic spoons, huh? Yeah. That's giving us some problems, because we want lots of energy built up. Go. That should help a little bit. So now if we do it this time. Oh, it goes a little bit better. In fact, I'm going to stand you upright again so we can get a better take. Okay, so we've got our catapults. And we've moved it back a little further. And we have our cotton ball. And let's see what happens if I fling it. Went pretty good. But when we had it back this far, way back here, did we get the same result? So we move it way back. It doesn't go quite as far, right? Yeah. Well, that's because of something that's called potential and kinetic energy. So what's going on with our catapult is that when we push back, holding down the base here, the fulcrum, we push it back, we're starting to build up energy. That's potential energy. And when we release, that's kinetic energy. But when we're pulling way back here, there's not much space to get that potential energy built up, is there? No. So you're only building up a little bit of energy, and only a little bit of kinetic energy gets released. The result being that our cow doesn't go very far. But if we push this middle bit here, the fulcrum back, push it way back as far as we can, look what happened. We have a much bigger angle here, right? Yeah. And that bigger angle means that when we push down, we have more time to build up potential energy. Look at all that energy that's being built up. And when we release, that means higher kinetic energy. So, put our cow on there, pull down, build up all our potential energy as far as we can. It's going to feel all that resistance and pull, and then there she goes. So this week we have built a simple catapult using craft sticks and some rubber bands and a spoon. And if you think this is pretty cool and you want to see if there's other type of catapults that have been built, well, people have built catapults for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and they use these to do all kinds of things, like to siege castles and fight battles, all with catapults using potential and kinetic energy. And if you're interested in seeing all these different types of catapults that people used, you can do a search for catapults and look at all the different ones and see if you can come up with ways of recreating those using craft sticks and rubber bands and spoons and maybe the caps from soda bottles or maybe cupcake holders. Use anything you want to try and see if you can make your own unique types of catapults. And they're a lot of fun. But just remember, if you anything that you go to put in here to fling up, if you have a lot of kinetic energy, it's going to go pretty far. So make sure that it's something soft again, so that if it hits someone, it's not going to hurt someone, okay? Okay, we don't want anyone getting hurt. So that was this week's program, and I hope you had fun, and I will see you next week with another science experiment. In fact, next week we have to save Humpty Dumpty. That's going to be a hard one, right? Yeah. Well, I will see you then. Okay? Bye, everyone.